Here we are. Welcome back to the channel, and we're on round 7 of the RTR League race. We're at Watkins Glen. It's a GR3 car. I'm in the Jaguar F-Type. Never driven this car before, so yeah, but like the track, Watkins Glen is a driver's track, and this is qualifying. Again, it's a 10-minute qualifying lap run, racing soft tyres. In this race, it's a 28 lap race with just racing soft tyres mandatory. So we ran a bit of practice runs, and these tyres are going to last you around about 12-13 laps, so tyre saving will have to be a slight thing. Hence why I'm running traction control on 1, just to save these tyres a little bit. Actually, I should have taken off for qualifying, but I think I forgot, to be honest. But I run traction control on 1 in the race, just to protect those tyres, and brake balance at 4, because the front left really takes a pounding around this track. But you can see we're going quite well in qualifying so far. We're currently on pole. Like Kevin just a tenth and a half behind, with Chris in 3rd, TCC leads 4th, and best name of it, Hairy Spuds in 5th. So just setting another purple sector. We've currently got a 144.8 to 8, looking to obviously extend that if we can. Coming down, this car has quite a lot of traction, quite difficult to drive though as well, so I wasn't quite sure whether to pull out in second gear or third gear. So it's just again learning the car, but learning the track with the car as well, which is always quite difficult when you're kind of thrown into these things. But last corner, accelerating 4th, and we come across the line. Can we extend our lead and pole? We come across for a 44.433, so currently it was half second faster than Kevin. Tom then popped in with a decent time, and then a Valkyrie setting a decent lap time as well, so 3/10 to the good for our 5th pole position of the season. So here we go. This is the start of the race, 28 lap race. Again, put traction control on 1, we're changing the brake bias forward to the rear, and lights out, and away we go. And it's a decent start again, so getting decent starts lately. Don't know what happened in the first few races, but yeah, we're getting decent starts lately. Got to try and nail this first corner. It's got a long way to the first bus stop chicane, but we do it quite well. We're on board with Kevin in P4, and you can see here, I mean, apologies for some of the footage, there's a lot of lag in tonight's game, so in tonight's race. So I think Kev was experiencing some of that lag, so yeah, a bad turn on for Kevin, ends up going down to last place, which is not ideal at all. We're on board with the party. A little tap there to GT 7 place when he ends up in the barrier. Come across the bus stop chicane for the first time. We're still kicking off in front. I think we've got tempo, and TCC is going at it almost in front. Bit of contact with Talia. He loses control, hits Albinist. Yeah, it's a bit of a crash bang wall up, and Albinist ends up taking the brunt of that and ends up at the back of the grid. So unfortunately for him. So the end of lap 1, you've got Tom in P2 and Val making a move into 2nd place. Myself having a clean first lap, but when a Valkyrie is rapid around here. So lap 2, we're on board with Kevin, who's at good penalty, as does Tempo, and Spuds in front as well. And this is the thing with this track, there's so many corners where you can receive penalties just for running slightly wide. As you can see, it's a battle of the survival of the fittest, should I say. So my idea was there, just stay consistent, make sure that we don't get any penalties whatsoever, and you've got a good chance of surviving and doing well if that's the case. So coming to the bus stop, we've got Ricardi. Wow, really slipping the bus stop, goes a bit too far in, ends up hitting the grass and going wide, and Tempo gets that position back into P8. So lap 3, we're under the penalty, therefore Party Captain Savoli takes advantage. He moves up into P9 with Rever looking to try and go on the outside, but can't quite make it. So good racing again, all close throughout the field. And you see there, I think Kevin goes off in the background there. We'll have a look at that. So on board with Kevin, goes down the inside of Harry Spuds and comes down. I think just gets on the accelerator a little bit too early, just loses the back end, you can see, hits the barrier. Yes, Kevin not having a good time at the beginning of this race. You can see as he rejoins the track, think gets another whack, and sends him in spinning again. So having a bit of a nightmare at the minute for Kevin. So on lap 3, we've got Valkyrie right behind us. Look, he's really pushing us for this. We're kind of not the best line through the last corner, which gives Valkyrie a nice little run into the first corner. But we're not going to fight too hard. So we've got about second half to Tom in third place. So yeah, we don't want to fight too hard. Valkyrie's got the pace, so we'll let him go. And we're going to try and push him along all the way and stick with him if we can, since we're pretty much pushing him around as we can. Look how close this is. Absolutely brilliant racing. We come to the bus stop. He goes defensive. I think it would be very, very silly to go for me around the outside here, so we let him have the bus stop, but we're still pushing hard. So we've got, yeah, it's a 2.2 second lead in front of Tom in P3 and Chris then in P4. So on lap 6 we've got a telegram down the outside. Actually a brave move, but a bit slight bit of contact puts TCC leads wide into the bus stop, but Italia into P13. So on lap 7, still behind Val. Look, we're 4 tenths behind, and that's the mistake there. Slightly wide, 2 wheels, all 4 wheels across those curves gives him a half-second penalty. So he comes to the end of lap 7. He serves that half-second penalty. Just gives us enough momentum to take it back. It's a half-second penalty right there. Doesn't give us much advantage, but we retake the lead on lap 7 without setting the fastest lap on a 44.8. So on P9, and so with lap 9, you can see it runs wide again, and these are these little kind of mistakes and errors that will actually help us against another half-second penalty. And this is what I was saying about trying to keep as clean as we can, because it serves this half-second penalty, and we're just edging away ever so slightly each lap. So I can afford to kind of take it a little bit easier and not try and push these tyres hard. And see Valk really pushing now. Ends up running wide again, which gives another half-second penalty on lap 10. So on lap 10 we've got Ripardi in P8. Harris was looking to make a stop. Looks like an early stop actually. And Ripardi there making moves. So I'm board with Kevin. Going down the inside of GT7. Great little move there. And again, apologies for the footage. The lag was pretty shocking during this lobby. Not really sure what was going on. But Kev making a move to the top 10. So a great recovery drive. At the minute we're on board with Manny. Got Italia just served the penalty. So Manny making moves into P8. You can see the front left tyre is absolutely dead. So these tyres lasting 13 laps. Just about 13 laps. So Chris and Tom going at it side by side on lap 13. Chris just making it on the inside of Tom. And I think, so I'm going to pit, I think Tom pits then. So we're on lap 13, and that's when we decide to pit. See, the front left is pretty dead. I'm not going to risk doing another lap, because if Valkyrie puts on those fresh or soft tyres, which are coming in the pits at the same time, he would have had a pretty decent undercut, I would have thought. Maybe had a chance to come out in the lead, or very, very close. So as you come out the pitch, you can see there's Kevin in P3, hasn't pitted yet. A few guys still not pitted, but we're coming out in P4 on lap 14, and we've got about 2 drivers in front of Valkyrie. So we need to find out when these guys pit how much time we actually gain or we lose on Val. We come to the end of lap 14 and see Kevin really has to pit now. I can't see his tyres lasting much longer than 14 laps. So you can see he indicates the right hand side, so he's going to pit. Which kind of compromises our entry and exit into this last corner ever so slightly. Well, nothing you can do there. Bit of a dodgy pit entrance, but you can see now everyone pitting with the telemetry on the left hand side. Which then, yeah, Valk, you got a decent run out those last 2 corners, and it's only like 1.4 seconds now. So yeah, 1.4 seconds is absolutely nothing on this track. So you can see now at the end of lap 15. We set a fastest lap, and me and Valkyrie trading fastest laps. We come across the line, we get a 44.7, and straight away, look, Valkyrie gets a 44.5. So he's absolutely flying, and we come to the end of lap 16, and we're actually going purple again. And we set another fastest lap. We come across for a 1:44.3, and straight away Val gets a 44.0. So we're trading back and forth fastest laps. But this is brilliant. Two drivers flat out. It is less than under a second actually, 9/10 of a second behind us now. So lap 18, Ricciardo and TCC League going at it again. Just coming out the bus stop. And TCC League's just slightly outbraking himself, which gives the advantage to Ricciardo to get in that top 10 position. Lap 22, you've got Kevin and Albanga going at it. Kevin with a great recovery drive to P6, looking to get this top 5 with a great move down the inside. Albanga slightly wide. Kevin snatches that position and gets a top 5. So lap 22, we're on board with Talia. And Ricciardo gets a penalty, which gives Talia 8th place now. So a lot of positions been changed, especially after these pit stops. And lap 23, a complete change again. Talia gets a penalty, and now Ricciardo takes that position back into P8. So on lap 27, we've got Kevin and Chris actually going out now. Kevin with a chance to take P4, with Chris defending for all his worth into this bus stop, flying into it, managing to keep Kevin behind. Tyres not looking in bad shape, Kevin's, but he did pit a lap afterwards as well, didn't he? So he's got a 1 lap fresh at tyres. So Chris, I think, just scraping the barrier there, even. Just on the grass, doing everything he can to keep Kevin behind, and doing a great job at it on the final lap of the race. Great driving from these two. So yeah, this is the final lap. So we managed to survive the penalties. I don't think we got one penalty the whole race, which served us really well, to be honest, and that's the main thing I was aiming for, is being consistent, staying away from these silly penalties. So still had a lot of room to push, but we pushed when we needed to. But a great race, and we'll take the victory. So that's our 4th win of the season, and we've got Valkyrie in P2, Tom with the only race in P3, but another podium after the back of his win off the last race. And Tom in great form as well, coming home in 3rd place. Chris just managing to keep Kevin behind to take 4th, and a great recovery drive from Kevin after going last pretty much twice in 5th place. Albanga in 6th. 7th Captain Slowly, GT7 8, Mania 9 and Rever 10th. And if you like the guys, like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Laters.
PlayStation